Hello. How are you guys doing? It feels like the weirdest, Mondayest Tuesday ever. And I think it's just because I haven't popped on for a few days. I feel like if a few days go by and then I get back on, it's almost like, oh, I have to get myself together and get on here again. So I jumped to yellow status about a week or so ago, and then I just had this really weird off week, and I was so excited because I got back home after being away for a few days, and I got home and I checked the mail. I should say my kids do, because they're very excited to check the mail at this age now. But my daughter brought in an Amazon package, and I was like, I know I order a lot on Amazon, but I didn't order this one. What is it? And of course, it was a gift from Amber Voigt for hitting yellow. I was so excited. I have never owned a pair of blue light glasses, so these will be my first. So thank you so much, Amber. I'm really excited. I think these are going to be so helpful, especially working a business on my phone and on the computer and online all the time. It's gonna save my eyes. So I'm excited so last month I decided to kind of start pushing. At first I bought my kit and I kind of I showed you guys my kit. That's about all I did. I showed you a product here and there, but I didn't go all in. I feel like the first month or two, I was just kind of I hadn't been in network marketing for a while. It was really hard, I think, because I have been in higher ranks. I've never hit the top of a company, so I am hitting the top of this company, okay? I will be black status. But I've gotten pretty high up there to where I'm almost hitting the top of the company. I feel dumb that I didn't even keep going. But I'm so excited that I'm here because I know every journey is for a reason, right? I feel like you go through your path to find where your home is, what makes sense to you. I know I'm supposed to be in this industry. I know that I'm supposed to be on here talking to people. My biggest passion in this industry, honestly, is just helping other people find their self-motivation and their own passion to grow. And I think that that's what I kind of connect with a lot in network marketing. And then I'm just super creative, so I think video making is just kind of fun. I literally think it's fun. The actual creative process when I sit down and do a fun creative video with some voiceover or some music, or I don't know, it's fun for me. And so I knew it was somewhere in there, and I've always known it. In high school, I was the AV tech nerd, I did all the things. I worked at TV stations. I was a writer. I was a producer. I worked in production. I did all sorts of things, and I've worked in pretty big markets, even in TV. I worked here in Portland, so that's one of the top 25 markets in the US. I think they're number 23 or something. But I've always known media has been kind of a thing, and then through network marketing I just learned so much about connecting with people and growing people, and I grew so much that I feel like giving that growth to other people is just where the magic happens. And I really did. I fell out. I took a whole year off where I just did YouTube reviews. I did some affiliate marketing, but no network marketing company where I'm recruiting people and helping people in that sense. It was just me and a product, and it was kind of I feel like I needed the break maybe to kind of rediscover me in the industry so that I was less attached to my team and my upline and things like that. I think that being a leader in this industry takes a lot of independence. It does. It takes a lot of independence, but it takes helping people through finding yourself, if that makes sense. It's almost you have to find your own groove in order to be able to teach that groove. So many people want to join and start recruiting right away, but they don't have any anything to base that off of. They haven't grown themselves yet. It's really hard to give back to other people without growing yourself first. And it's really all personal development. It's so much personal development. It's mind-blowing, and it just affects and changes your life in ways beyond a paycheck. It helps your relationships, it helps your family, it helps how you raise your kids. It helps so many different things in such a positive way, just being able to grow your mindset and think positive and do good and be the good and not get wrapped up in all the drama. There's a lot of drama in any industry where there's a lot of women. Sorry. I love you women, but I feel like women have grown a lot though in that area to where we have started empowering each other more, just cheering each other on, knowing that somebody else's success is not the end of your success. There's room for everyone to be successful. And I think that's a really just, I don't know what it is maybe in our childhood or something, maybe through competing, maybe through like ABC grades even. I have no idea what it is. There's so much competition, like heck, sibling rivalry. I don't remember having that much with my sister. She was way older than me, so she was kind of more of a second mom. But I think that there is that like competition. Parents are busy, kids are competing I don't know. I just feel like there's so much competition that people have lost or did lose. Like I said, I think it's like going uphill for sure. Just that whole mentality of collaboration, being able to work with somebody without competing with them, lifting each other up. You cannot rise up in these companies without lifting people up. If you're just like me, I need to recruit on my team, I need this, like you're never gonna recruit and you're never gonna lift up because you're never gonna have that strong foundation. You might recruit, but your team's not gonna be like all in with you because you really need to build one-on-one relationships. So one thing that I have definitely realized is just like you have to be able to think big first. Like you have to be able to have that big vision. And sometimes that's a challenge in itself, especially in a world where we're taught about hourly wage. We're taught about you go to school, you go to college, you get a job. The end. Like we learn to work for other people and build other people's dreams, okay? We really do. And that's just how our society teaches it, because if our society didn't teach that and everybody wanted to be at the top, it might be chaos. But, because, we still need people to work at businesses. So everybody is valid and valuable, but I think that's just what they teach the masses. And I think what puts people and raises people up is being able to think bigger and believe bigger for themselves. And a lot of people don't see themselves there yet, or they have some sort of negative affiliation to money because they think that, it changes people or something, but it doesn't. I feel like the more I'm like seeing a better life, the more I can understand that it's because that person worked really hard and everybody else is still sitting in their negative mindset. And it is a negative mindset. Like, I'm not saying like there's definitely like people that are doing well that maybe didn't do it right, but those aren't the people that are going to stay there, right? The people that built something really strong and solid and has good relationships with people and connect with people, those are the people like that rise to the top and stay there. Beyonce, I mean, come on, she's like a Wonder Woman, but you know what I mean? Just that sort of thing. Like they're giving back, they're being positive, they're feeding the world rather than taking from the world in order to get there. And I think that's the difference. And a lot of times when like they say, the top 5 people that you hang around are the people you're going to become. So it's like, it becomes like, who are you surrounding yourself with? How are you motivating yourself? How are you getting up and doing it day after day after day and not crashing every time? And a big piece of that I've learned too is trusting yourself and taking the baby steps of personal development to even be able to start giving back. So until I started like learning I'm very ADHD. And so until I started learning to really organize and live my day intentionally, I like couldn't even like fathom helping other people. Like I needed to be able to, that's why I was so like, I'm gonna stick with this. I'm gonna become a YouTuber now, and I'm just gonna kind of do it that way because I had less pressure to help other people for like a year, And I honestly thought that's what I didn't think I was ever coming back to network marketing. I was just like, that's what I'm doing. It just needs to be me right now. Like, and that's how I felt. But obviously I came back because here I am. But it's about having that big vision, but also having the patience and humbleness enough to start at the bottom and do the baby steps. And because it takes a million baby steps to get to that spot, a million baby steps. And so you have to be humble enough to take those baby steps over and over and over without anybody's support, because people aren't going to support you until they see the success, right? And so until they see that success, you have to be humble enough to be consistent and do it regardless of the naysayers, and just keep building and doing it small little things. I mean, honestly, sometimes it's like about trusting that we will do the things we say for ourselves. Like, it has nothing to do with anybody else. Like, I literally started with the simplicity of like, and I still don't always do this one, but I am, that it's still like something that triggers me at night. Doing my dishes before the morning, you know, like that's something I struggled with for a long time. And I feel like waking up in the morning to all those dishes is hard sometimes. I think I'm pretty sure I got some up there right now, in fact. But, you know, also having that forgiveness to be able to keep getting up and trying again, being able to, and so the more I would push myself, I'd be like, okay, when I do the dishes at night, now I did what I said. I believe myself. I wake up. I have a fresh morning. I trust myself. And now I'm going to do the next things that I said that I would do, you know? Waking up earlier in the morning to find time for myself, to even be centered and grounded enough to do something for myself when I'm running a busy household as a mom, huge. I tell people when I sit them down, because I feel like most people that I work with are just really scattered. Like, they're really busy, and that's like usually a great thing when in this industry, because it means you're connecting with people and you're doing stuff and like things are happening and you can like handle stuff, but you haven't organized it enough to now throw a business in there. So a lot of times it's just like organizing somebody's day. Like, if you haven't watched my series that I did last year, I believe it's how to fit everything into your schedule. I think there's a 3-part video if you go to the very beginning of my IGTV day. I just started IGTV in the last year or so IGTV has been pretty new for me. So go back there and watch those, and it's all about how I literally schedule out every hour of my day. And then for a while, you don't have to do this part forever, but at first you should. I will split my day down in half, and I will write down what actually happened, okay? And it's about just progress, you know? So it's about forgiving yourself, not beating yourself up about not getting to the things, but recognizing the journey and the process as a good thing, because you're taking the initiative to find out what really happened during the day, adjusting your times, adjusting what's going to work, figuring out how to actually find time for yourself, even if it's at 5 a.m., even if it's at 10 p.m. I don't know if you're a night owl or a morning person. I never thought I was a morning person. I used to always think that I was not a morning person because I wanted to get up early. I'd try to get up early and I'd always fail and I'd always struggle. And now I feel myself doing it because I gave myself the space to continue to try. And I recognize that it's not a perfect process, and that's hard for me. I'm a Virgo, okay? So I want everything to be perfect, or I don't want to do it at all. So I feel like that was like a huge thing for me. And so this last month, when I finally did something with my business, you guys have probably noticed I've done way more makeup videos and things this last month. It was actually for Amber. I was excited because she was like, oh, I'm going to shoot for Black status level 3. And I was like, okay, she has to help so many people get to so many ranks. You know, I was like, how many of what status do you need? And she needed green status people, right? And I was like, okay, I'm a white status presenter right now, and I've done nothing with my business, but I'm gonna go for green. Why not? It's like 3 or 4 ranks in. 3 ranks in? No, there's white, yellow, pink, blue, and then green. Okay, so I was gonna try to just jump 4 ranks, right? So I'm excited that I pushed for that, though, just because I just heard from Les Brown this morning. you know, the whole, if you shoot for the moon, land amongst the stars, like, I'm sure you've had to have heard that by now. But I felt like that's kind of what happened, is I didn't really even go for yellow and that's like the first rank after white, you know? And it's just a sales goal. It's not even recruiting. So I was kind of like, well, I kind of felt that way, you know? If I push for green, I'll hopefully at least rank somewhere, right? Well, it's only, heck, I think I hit it last week. So about halfway through the month, I hit yellow. So, you know, I'm already moving. I could totally do pink. I feel like if like some rock star decided to suddenly like sign up with me, but you know, I'm just like really humble and excited for yellow because I pushed for it through my sales just by showing up. I wasn't salesy. I didn't cold message anybody. I didn't message anybody that didn't message me first. Okay. It's about just being consistent and showing up. And all I've shown all month long is our special. That's all I showed. All month long was our special. And I think when you show up nonstop and you're reminding people of what something is, then they're going to remember it. Now, if you just show up and you do like a million different makeup videos all the time that are like not like oriented towards one thing, like I really think that when you get your starter kit, you don't need anything else. Like you might want to get a foundation because foundation's not included in there, which I keep saying if you want to get that foundation on top of it, you should totally join this month because you get the kit and then the month's deal is a foundation bundle, okay, right? So then you would have literally everything you could possibly need. There will be other things that you want, but that's what you need to start your business. You get all these mascaras and things, so I recommend when somebody joins just to talk about nothing but mascara for a whole month. Like, don't talk about anything else. You can show other things. You can have it be in your lives when you do your face and all that. But everything else, like, pick a product and you get 15 of the top selling products in the company when you get your kit. So it's kind of like, there's no way you can't like start your journey. So what I did is I just got consistent. I've been showing up every day except for the last couple days. Like I said, I like came back. I was kind of like a little like burnt out for a second. And then I came back and I like found these in the mail and I was like, I'm ready to go again. I got my glasses, right? So I don't know. It's just like a nice little perk in the mail. I love Amber and she's amazing to work with. I love being on her team. And so, you know, I highly encourage any of you to join our team. If like, you know, anybody that's with me is automatically with her too. So we're a whole community and it's just really cool how supportive everyone is. Everyone cheers on every tiny little win. It's really, really nice and it's really motivating to have people, even though it's your business and you get to run it, you have this like amazing support system of people that will help you. So I think that is really nice and really cool. So you're never really alone. But I'm gonna do my makeup today. I'm gonna, of course, show you the foundation bundle because that's what we're selling this month. And then since I hit yellow status, I'm gonna work from palette number 7, which is out of stock on the website currently. They are repackaging all of these addiction palettes, so they're gonna come back. Right now, palette 8 is available. It's beautiful. I don't have it yet, and I want it. So this is the old packaging, and it's super chunky monkey. And so they're actually it's gonna have the same amount of product, but what they're gonna do is they're gonna slenderize this down, and I think they're making it out of all recycled packaging. And so it's gonna just be much nicer packaging when it does relaunch. But for now, I have the old chunky monkey sets, and it's gonna be the exact same product, just different packaging. So same amount of product, even though it's a slimmer case, the actual eyeshadow itself, same amount of product. So, of course, I'm gonna use palette number 7 because it has this beautiful bright yellow. And then I think I might pair it with some sort of color. This palette is available, and this has been one of my favorites. When I first got it, it looked kind of small, and I was like, oh, it's small. Well, like I said, they're trying to do their packaging again. This stuff is gonna last forever. I have been using this palette nonstop for like 2 months since it came out, and I can't find the bottom of these shadows for the life of me. Like these shadows are so creamy and so beautiful and so rich. Like they're so rich in color. Like, this is beautiful. I've never ever been into shimmers as much as I am with this set, because they're just like gorgeous, natural, beautiful colors. So I think I'm gonna pair one of these two kind of more like golden yellows. I haven't really decided which one. One is called Considerate and one is called Bewitched. So, and then there's the Unselfish. I don't know, I love them all. I love them all. This palette is beautiful. This is the one that launched in December. It's called the Beloved palette. It's number 3. They come out with a new one every February for Valentine's, and this one was amazing. So I'm gonna do something like that. Should I do my eyeshadow first? Maybe we'll go, a lot of people do their eyeshadow first just because your makeup, your foundation and concealer and stuff will help with it helps with the fallout and stuff, but there's really no fallout with this eyeshadow, I've noticed. Like, I've never had an issue with the fallout, but it might be fun. That way you guys can see some makeup first. I've been doing the foundation first for a while, and maybe you are sick of foundation. Maybe you want to see the results. I don't know, but let's try it. I'm gonna just start with some eye primer then. I'm gonna do my eyes first. This eye primer is bomb. So eye primer, just like skin primer or anything like that, is just, it's gonna make your eyelids kind of just have a nice tacky texture so that you can get it on there all nice. It lasts longer, it makes your eyelids smooth, it protects your skin underneath your eyeshadow. All of that works. And look how it just kind of like, see how it made it a clean canvas? See how my eye over here is really dark? Well, this kind of like smooths it out. There's one skin tone. It's not something like foundation where you color match. You want it to be a light color no matter what your skin tone, because it's going to help whatever color you put on pop. And we're using the color yellow, so we definitely want it to pop. This is funny. I do actually have places to go after this, and I'm going to be wearing super bright yellow eyeshadow. I'm working it today, I guess. Alrighty. Let's see. Let's find a nice eyeshadow brush. Where is my little eyeshadow cleaner? Oh, here it is. I love this thing. I don't really know. I think I got it in a box or something. It's called Color Switch by Vera Mona. It's pretty awesome. You just like wipe off your brush and the shadow is gone, and it's magic. My screen keeps turning off again. All right, so let's start with this yellow. Let's just go straight in and do it. Let's get all crazy. Look at that yellow. And I have kind of hooded lashes. I don't have hooded lashes. I have hooded eyes. And so I've definitely seen more hooded eyes, but I have pretty hooded eyes. But I take my crease color and I actually put it a little bit above my crease for that reason. Just because you can actually see it that way. Otherwise, it hides in my eye under that skin, you know? So I take my line and I bring it up. You see how much pigment that is? I love it. But I do love how much I do not see fallout with this product. A lot of times, to get really pigmented eyeshadows, it ends up getting really powdery, and then it's just too much. One trick to eyeshadow, if you're new to eyeshadow, hold your brush at the end. It's really important that you think of it like airbrushing, like spray painting, you know? You really have to put on layer by layer, little at a time, and really softly with your brush if you want it to blend well and still show up. Just kind of really lightly build. Barely touch your brush, and it's gonna make it not be so smudgy, and you can blend really nicely. I don't know why my screen keeps turning off. It is quite strange. I have to be honest though, yellow is not my best color, so we'll see how this turns out. But we're celebrating, so we're going with it. I'm gonna take kind of I think I'm gonna take a smaller kind of smudge brush here, and I'm just gonna put a little bit on the outer corner of my eye there too. Sometimes I like to just kind of smudge some of either the color that pops the most on my lid or my crease color, depending on how I want it to blend. I just kind of put it on the outside part of my lower lash line here. Voila! All right, let's see. Now I'm gonna take a more flat brush. And let's see if I got one that's clean here. I have so many brushes. I have a mild brush problem. I really do have a lot of brushes. So I'm gonna take this one's a little fluffier than a flat brush, I guess, but I'm just gonna pat some on my lid. I think I'm gonna go with this one up here that's called Considerate, this gold right there. I'm just gonna pat it on there. Ooh, I should have done this for St. Patrick's Day. I could have been a leprechaun in the pot of gold. Ooh, that is pretty. Look at that gold. That is some gold eyeshadow. So I'm just working this from the middle here and over the lid. Boom. Wow. Do you guys see that shimmer? That is like, I don't know. I'm just obsessed with these shimmer shadows. Voila! Super yellow. I am a little nervous. I do have to go out in public today and I'm gonna have super yellow eyeshadow. And I will definitely see people that I know. So that is gonna be interesting. But I mean, it's kind of pretty. I feel like once I mute it down with all my other makeup, it'll be normal. I do think I'm not going to use maybe the shimmer for my highlight color just because I feel like I do need to wear this out in public today. All right, so I'm going to go to my custom palette that I made. I love these for being able to build whatever palette you want. I'm going to use the color Laid Back. It's just kind of a neutral white color. And I'm gonna blend it here. I do need that palette for the mirror, I realize though. I'm just gonna blend it right here under my brow so that that line is really soft. And then I'm also going to, hold on, let me finish that one little spot. I'm also going to just add a little bit of that Laid Back right here in the corner of my eye. I like to make sure this corner of my eye always gets some sort of bright highlight color because your eye in the corner holds a lot of shadows. And so one way to help yourself be a more awake looking, especially if you're living mom life, is just adding a little pop of something light in the corner of your eye to make sure there's not as much shadow there, if that makes sense. All right, I think since we're doing yellow, I'm gonna go with a brown eyeliner. I love these liquid liners. I like the crayon eyeliners too, but I just like these better. They're super easy to use. I used to be afraid of liquid eyeliners, but when you find a liquid eyeliner that has a really nice brush tip on it, it's like you can't go back. It's so solid, it's so easy to use once you practice, and if you have the right brush, don't use felt tip pens. Felt tip pens suck, okay? They just skip. But this look at how nice this is. I can go thin or thick depending on how hard I push. And it just glides. The product is slick and smooth. It's nice. And it is solid. It dries. Just kind of creates that nice line so that there's no little peekaboos in my eyelashes and all that. Let's see. All right. Dun, 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 dun. All right, I'm gonna do this eye now. But look how easy it goes on with this brush. And I think for now, this only really comes in brown and black. But I hear rumors of other colors coming, which would be amazing. Especially for makeup design. I really want to get into more like graphic makeup and just try some fun, crazy things. All right. I think we're good there. I'm going to put my lashes on now. So let's see, what am I going to do? I'm going to just, I think I've been super into what I've been doing lately. I keep going back and forth between, sometimes I like layer all sorts of mascaras on, honestly. But I've been using this Epic mascara a lot. So I'll use like the regular Epic mascara a lot because I like how like creamy and simple it is for getting down low. And then I'll take the 4D mascara and I'll build some volume and length to the tips, because this is the stuff that has those good fibers in it. If you're only getting one mascara, get this one. This is the money mascara. But I like using this one to kind of build, and I like that this one comes in brown and it also comes in waterproof. So it's a good one for the summer. This one's not waterproof. This is just the brown one, but I like the brown because I just feel like it blends nice with the liquid liner. It's a really dark brown, so it's like not that far off from black. And then I just get that length on with the black at the end. I'm actually going to be kind of careful not to do too much on my bottom lids because I haven't done my face makeup yet. Or my bottom lids, my bottom lashes. And I want to be kind of careful with that. Voila. I normally only put mascara on the outside parts of my bottom lashes anyway. And it's again to keep this kind of corner bright and vibrant. But look how much lash I got just from the basic Epic mascara. I just like how creamy and smooth this one is. This one's more chunky monkey, but I like it because it adds that like flare at the end. I always like a little bit of chunky monkey on my lashes. Gotta have some flair and fun. But this is definitely the one I go to for like a really natural look. Like when I'm not trying to look like I'm wearing makeup, this is the mascara I reach for. Alrighty, sorry. I'm not good at the whole conversation piece while doing lashes. Alright. A little cleanup there. Okay. Let's see, a little bit more here. The trick to really coating your lashes really like well down to your lash line is to kind of roll your brush till it grips it and then pull it through. All right, now we will add the 40 to the top. I love how much like this just adds that extra little volume and length to it. I'll show you. It's like getting to wear falsies without having to wear falsies, you know? It just adds some good volume on there. Although don't get me wrong, I still love a good pair of falsies. I'm not so into the big dramatic ones for going out anymore, but for makeup art, absolutely. But I do wear just some simple ones sometimes going out. Yeah. Oop. And then there I go, drawing on my face. All right, I might have to blend that now. All right, voila. Ooh, I'm liking it, and it's actually very like, I don't know, I don't think it'll be a big deal to wear this out. It's not that bad. I thought it was gonna be like way crazier than it is. All right, so now I'm gonna do my face makeup. I usually go the other order, so this is different for me. I think I will make it, I'm gonna use the Hydrating Primer. I do like this Hydrating Primer. I'm having a hard time, like I love this stuff. I'm kind of obsessing on this set and prime powder. Like I just wanna use it for both, but I wanna show you that you get a regular primer too. The Hydrating Primer I actually just tried recently. I've been using the matte primer forever. I loved the matte primer, but then when I realized the Hydrating Primer also dries matte, I kind of lean towards it. It's a lot more hydrating. It's not as like slippery as the like regular Glorious, which I feel like is too slippery for my taste, you know? So I like that this hydrating one is a little bit more slippery than the matte primer, which is really nice for applying your face makeup over because it makes your skin so smooth when your product goes on over your skin. But it's not as like, I don't know, I don't want to use the word greasy because none of it's really greasy, but it dries still kind of matte and it just has like a better tack to it as it dries, I suppose, than the original Glorious, I feel like. And then the matte one is even more tacky. It reminds me of kind of like a Tarte base tape. So if you like Tarte base tape, you're gonna like the matte. The hydrating one kind of feels like a beauty oil that dries with some good tack for your makeup. So that's really nice. This stuff though, I kind of want to put it on just to show you. I don't know. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna use it as the setting powder though. So that will be good. I'm gonna use a spray foundation today, I think. I've been kind of into this spray foundation. It is really bomb, which means I do think I'm gonna put my concealer on first. I like to wear my concealer that covers my blemishes lately underneath my foundation, especially the spray foundation, and then I'll do kind of sometimes some under eye makeup. This concealer is bomb. This is like one of my favorite products is this concealer, like straight up, hands down. So good. I'm gonna put it, I think I'll do my under eyes over my makeup so it's more of like a highlight. But this concealer has hyaluronic acid in it, so it kind of plumps your skin a little bit and it makes everything smooth, which is really nice under your eye, you know? And then it also has caffeine, so it helps your skin circulation over time. There's just a lot of healthy stuff in it. I like all the healthy stuff that Unique's been adding in a lot of their newer products. But just a little coverage with what is that? With that product, I suppose. I should have put a little one there. Okay, so this is no foundation, no concealer under my eyes yet. Then I'm gonna use, so I just used a sponge to blend that in, just because I'm kind of blending it out, but I just kind of dabbed it a little bit because I didn't want to blend it out too much. Because I want the concealer to do its job there. Sometimes in these spots where I want a little bit more condensed concealer, I will just use my fingers so that it doesn't blend out quite as much as it does with the sponge. And then maybe on the edges where it needs a little help, I just do that a little bit. Okay, so let's do the spray foundation. I've been using the Kabuki brush with the spray foundation, but I don't know, I think you can use a few different brushes, but the Kabuki brush, I think different brushes give you different levels of coverage is what it was, but this kind of, I feel like has a medium-ish coverage. It's not light, it has great coverage. But I don't know that it's all the way full, although you're supposed to be able to build it to full, but I'd just rather wear my foundation a little bit lighter day to day because it's just more comfortable. And this stuff feels really light. That is one reason I like it. I like the BB cream a lot as well, but that definitely has very little coverage. It's more of a tinted moisturizer, so it helps a little with complexion, but definitely not with coverage. I mean, it does add some very little coverage, but you notice it more in your complexion. But it makes it really lightweight and comfortable, and that's what I like about it. And then I just use concealer to get those spots, you know? I should have pulled my hair back for this one. But see how much my skin just like, look how nice it looks now. I will probably spot touch that. The one in the middle of my forehead is like gigantuous right now, so it's much bigger than you're even seeing on camera, I swear. So I'm gonna go back on that one. Think of your foundation like you want your foundation to just have this even, nice, smooth coverage. And then your concealer, you can go back and get those like fine spots that you want to cover still. Voila! Pretty dang good for just a little spray foundation. Like I said, this one's buildable, so I could probably keep going, but for comfort, I'd rather not. Mom life. Mom life, I got things to do. All right, so I'm going to go back in with the concealer now. I wish I had my, excuse me, sorry. Super random tickle in my throat. I have a big mirror upstairs that I forgot to bring down, so I'm like doing all this in my tiny mirror and in my phone. Using a brush for details at the end helps a lot. Because then you can really control like how much or little product you put in a tiny spot. And you can be very, very specific with where you're putting it. You can use a concealer to like frame your eyebrows and stuff too. It'll make them look super clean. All right. Let's put some of that under my eyes now. This is where I gotta be careful. I put sometimes way too much under my eye. You know what's funny? I've been watching all the new like, don't do your concealer this way, do your concealer this way videos. If you're a makeup girl, you know what I'm talking about. But there's videos like, you know, the way with the triangle, they've been like, don't do that anymore, do it this way, is basically what they've been showing you. And it really is just about product control, I realized, because you're still supposed to blend this basically in that same dang shape. But what it does is it controls how much product you're putting on, which is really nice with this concealer, because this concealer a little goes a long ways, and I'm not really used to using it as little as you need with this concealer. And so it's really nice for me, just more about product control, that I'm not caking it on, because this concealer, I feel like if you put too much on, you can start to see it, but if you put a little amount, it still has the crazy insane coverage, but you don't need very much. And so the trick is actually to stop using so much, and you're gonna get better results, and it's gonna be more comfortable. So that was a hard one for me to start adjusting. And so now that I kind of have adjusted that, it looks great. Like, it looks great. And so I did start using that technique, but I don't necessarily think the triangle's wrong, because I literally just blend it down into that triangle anyways. So it's still the same shape. It's just kind of like a product control technique, I've decided. All right, so this is the stuff that's been blowing my mind. So this is the Prime and Set powder. You can use it as a primer as well. I'm just gonna show it as a setting powder because I wanted you guys to see the 4 products included in the Flawless 4 deal. 99 bucks, you get a primer, you get a foundation, any primer, any foundation, any concealer, any setting product, spray, powder, set and prime. So this is gonna count as a setting product, so you still get one of those primers. That's why I was like, I think I'm still gonna use the other one for my primer, even though you could totally use this as a primer. But this stuff is so weird and so rad at the same time. So it, I say that like you should be scared, but it's just so different. I've never felt anything like it. So it's a powder to liquid. It's so weird. When you apply it, it feels like water. Like, it's a powder when you put it on the brush, but then you put it on your skin and it feels like water. It just like blows my mind every time. But it also has a lot of like nice blurring effect. So I feel like you don't see all the little details anymore because it blurs everything. It's like, I don't even know how to describe it, but like, kind of look at this area. Some of this is scars and a few of it's blemishes, but it just has that nice blurring effect. When I first put it on, I kind of wish I would have showed you as a primer, because when I first put it on as a primer, that was the first thing I noticed. And I think when I had nothing on my skin, you could really see all my flaws on my skin, and then it just like blurred it. I believe it's in one of my it might just be my last IGTV, so maybe go watch that one if you want to see the effect there. But this stuff is crazy. I need a mirror so I can see the details for the people that'll see me in real life. I feel like the video camera misses some of those real life details. So if I don't check the mirror, I'll miss something, and then I'll be like, oh, it looks great. And then I'll go look in the mirror and be like, should have done this. Should have done that. All right. I know. I am so weird. I am okay with that. It's the Aquarius in my brain. All right. See, it just like, I don't know. I love the finish of this Prime and Set powder. It's amazing. So I love the Touch Behold set. It's just a translucent setting powder. I love it as well. But in the bun, this is pretty dang amazing. I just said I had low battery and I'm plugged in. So let me try plugging that in again. Do I not actually have battery? That's weird. Am I plugged in? Yes, I am plugged in. Why am I not getting juice? No. Oh, I guess I'm towards the end, so hopefully it just doesn't die. But I'm gonna throw a little blush on because I feel a little flat right now. I'm gonna use my favorite color, Sisterly. So pretty. It's like this pink metallic. It's not even metallic, like it has like a gold sheen to it. It's really pretty. I don't know. I like it a lot. I've been trying to play with blush placement too. I'm undecided. I feel like they're saying it's like old school to go on the balls of your cheeks, but I still go back to it. But right now I'm kind of trying up here and seeing what I think about it. Apparently you're supposed to look more youthful, but I feel like I notice some of my like, I don't know, like I'm getting a little aging going right here. And so I feel like when it's just like pale in the front, you notice it even more. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of all the new, like, I feel like from the side profile though, it definitely looks better. Because I'm like, ooh, boom. But then when I go like this, I'm like, my face looks kind of flat. Maybe I just need to blend it a little more. Then I'm like just full on blushing all over. All right, I'm gonna just like blend it just to make sure that I don't scare anybody. Nah, I don't think it's scary. Let's see. All right, and I think I'm just need to throw on something simple on my lips. Ew, I wish I had my other, this stuff is nice. This is the exfoliating thing, I don't know, exfoliator, lip exfoliator, that's all it says, peppermint lip exfoliator. I get the peppermint because I like how it kind of like has a little tingly. I feel like it's a little more plumping, but it's not a plumper, so it's not like stingy or anything. But I do feel like the peppermint kind of adds it naturally a little bit, but that's just like me. It's no claim of it doing that. But it makes your lips super soft, and it has a sugar scrub in it, so that anything you put on your lips, it's just gonna be smooth. So I love this stuff. Really hydrating, especially at the end of the winter right now. I've been using it all winter. If you can't tell, it's like, that was a point. It's completely flat. Like, I love this stuff. I live off this stuff daily. Then I think I'm just going to throw in one of the matte lippies. This is the color Easy Street. It's kind of the antique rose color of the bunch, but all the matte lipsticks are beautiful. I really want Minted, so that's on my list next. But this color is really pretty. I like this color because I really feel like it's like one of those colors that are just pretty on everyone. See? It has that like Jaclyn Hill vibe, I feel like, with all her beautiful nudes that she's got going on. But it's just got that nice matte look to it. It's not too intense. It's really like, I don't know, it's really pretty. Oh, what do you guys think? I'm all yellow today. Oh, wait, where'd they go? Here they are. All right, my new Blu-ray glasses that Amber got me. How's it look through glasses? Ooh, now I can do a like glasses makeup tutorial. I don't know if yellow's the best like under glasses. I feel like you need like a nice deep set color to really make it pop. I don't know, but I know they're more for just staring at screens. I don't think I'm gonna just wear these around, but definitely doing all my business stuff online. These are gonna be so rad. My eyes feel more relaxed just even looking at you in the camera right now. So thank you so much, Amber. I'm loving these. And I'm so excited that I hit yellow this month, halfway through the month, just being consistent, sharing. No spamming people, no cold messaging people, no like, none of that stuff. Shooting for pink next month. Actually, starting right now though, for next month. How about that? So who knows, maybe like some crazy jump will happen. But like I said in the beginning, when I was talking about that like whole dreaming big, but being able to humble yourself, like I'm literally have started over at the beginning again. And so it's kind of fun. Like I feel like it brought the fun back to just begin and be here and get on again and make it about the makeup. And I felt more alive this month. I will tell you that I felt more myself, I felt more alive, and I think that I just like came in here at first just to test the waters, and then when I decided to start pushing and being consistent again, it just felt good. Like I needed to do that for myself more than anything. And you just find that you have like more energy, even though I was like tired for a few days. That was after like some steady good energy, and I just come back and I'm alive again. You know, I literally wrote this weekend, it's really important to take breaks. Like breaks are important. You should take breaks. Never quit. Take a break, come back, keep doing the steps. You know, it's all about a million small habits and growing. So I'm doing it. If you want to do it, message me. I'm totally here to help you sign up. I'm here to help you with your actual business. I will hold your hand and I will help you get through all the hard stuff. So never alone in this business. I just think that's the coolest part, is even though it's your own business, ultimately you get to say, you get to run it, you get to make your schedule. But at the same time, you have this amazing community of boss babes just that have your back. And so I'm so happy to be back. I like can't even explain it. I just feel more alive again. So it's felt amazing. It's felt good. I'm happy. And so I can't wait to share this with you guys more. I will definitely be seeing you lots. Love you lots. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.